But it took about one day before we realized what a great place this was.
Well, the first thing I remember is seeing the big smiles at the desk, just waiting. It's the door open, and it's like, hi, it's kind of like the feeling that they've been waiting for us. And they gave us the tour and showed us everything, and they've continued over our whole stay here to reiterate, if you need anything, just come and find us.
We do have a smaller staff, so we do consider ourselves a little bit of a family. We all get to really know each other, and not only that, but we get to know our volunteers.
I started volunteering here in 2003.
Our volunteers are our bread and butter. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without our volunteers.
Staff people and the volunteers are great to work with. It's fun to visit with the guests who stay here. They have people who support them. It's such a wonderful support group.
This place immediately becomes a support and a second family. Yes, we'll go home to our family and friends who, of course, care, but this is a whole other area. This is a group of people that we bonded with and have like experiences with, and their caring is going to be different than anything we get anywhere else.
Even a little better than your support group at home, because everybody here knows what you're going through. And that's what the guests feel like. It's a family.
We really kind of grow close, and we form a close bond with all of the guests that are here.
If they're having a bad day, there's somebody to help them through it, which is so important.
And we've been cared for by staff. We've been cared for by other patients here.
You get to see and meet people from literally all over the world.
We've had people, I think, from just about every state in the nation, a few from outside this country.
We have a long list now of people with phone numbers that we want to stay in touch with.
People thank me for volunteering, but I think I get more out of it than they do, because it's nice to see a smile on their face. And if I can ease a little bit just by listening.
All of a sudden you're telling your story to somebody else.
I can do a little talking too.
Some of these stories are just absolutely awe-inspiring.
It's just amazing the number of people who come back to just stop in and say hello.
Terrific people that have come here, and their attitudes toward their illness is, absolutely inspiring.
They have very mixed emotions about leaving, because they have developed such good friendships, and these friendships will develop for life. They keep in touch by email and phone and everything like that.
It gets to be a little hard when they leave, because we do build that close relationship with them.
I know when we go home, I'm going to really miss the people here.
That's what makes it so successful, that they have the support of other people.
Have just been blessed in so many ways to be able to be here during this time.
It's just a wonderful place to volunteer.
Working here at Hope Lodge has been one of the greatest times of my life. It is a very rewarding place. When I tell people I work at Hope Lodge, they often think it's a very sad and depressing place. It's not. It is one of the more joyful, fun places I've ever worked in.
It's hard to put into words.
Kind of goes beyond the just caring for people here. They have bonded in personal ways and actually become friends.
I can't say enough about how great this place is, and how great it is not only for the staff here, but to be able to provide that free lodging for people going through cancer treatments. While they don't have to worry about trying to find some place to stay, if we can just take that one little burden off, knowing that, it makes everything worth it.
It's been a real positive influence on me. I know it's been a life-changing experience here, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Gary Reedy, CEO of your American Cancer Society, and your support of our shared vision for a world without cancer means more than ever, because cancer hasn't stopped, and neither have we. These are challenging times for cancer patients, but your American Cancer Society continues to be there, providing information, guidance, and support 24/7. Now, I can sense the spirit of hope at this event, and it's the spirit of hope. Hope for cancer patients, hope for our communities, and hope for our nation that can never be canceled. I am so grateful for your unwavering commitment to the American Cancer Society. The dedication of our volunteers and investors has never been stronger. So thank you for standing with cancer patients when they need you the most. And thank you for reminding us all that hope will always prevail.
Good evening, friends and family of the Hope Lodge. Welcome to the 13th annual Evening of Hope Gala. We so appreciate your participation this evening in support of this worthy cause. We've virtually gathered tonight to raise funds for the Sandra J. Schultz American Cancer Society Hope Lodge in its mission to provide a home away from home for their guests and their caregivers. A great event like our Roaring 20s Gala cannot happen without the hard work and support of so many people. We have an amazing planning committee that has spent countless hours working towards the success of this event. In addition, we must recognize our generous sponsors, whose financial contributions are critical to the success of this evening. And finally, my sincere thanks to each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Your participation and contributions during the many giving opportunities over the course of this evening are the cornerstones in our fight against cancer. It's been a privilege to serve as the chair for the gala, and we would like to thank each of you for your time, talents, and generosity. So go bid on some great packages and have fun. Enjoy the evening.
here with Summerby. We are so excited for this incredible package we put together. Jason, tell them a little bit about it.
Well, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Super excited to be part of the Hope Lodge fundraiser. We've donated a 5-course wine dinner using our chef, our catering director, along with myself, certified sommelier, to bring you 5 different courses paired with wine stuff from around the world. Grab your friends. We'll have you back in one of our private rooms here, entertain you. We can't wait for you to be part of the Summerby experience.
It's going to be an incredible package, 8 people, great food, amazing wine, all here at Summerby. We can't wait to have you as part of our family.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Lauren Johnson, and I am the Senior Manager at the Rochester, Minnesota Hope Lodge. One of the highlights of working at the Hope Lodge is that I get to meet our amazing community supporters that help make Hope Lodge a caring and comfortable home away from home for cancer patients and their caregivers. It is a great honor for me that I get to announce this year's Spirit of Hope winner, Haley Comfort Systems. With a donation of over $31,000, Haley Comfort Systems was the largest supporter of last year's Hope Lodge Gala. After a coworker had lost his battle with cancer, the team at Haley Comfort Systems thought it felt right to support an organization that provided so much support and resources for a friend and colleague. Please join me in thanking Haley Comfort Systems for their generous support to the Rochester Hope Lodge.
We at Haley Comfort Systems would like to thank the American Cancer Society for giving us the Spirit of Hope Award this year. It really means a lot. We wouldn't have been able to contribute this much without the amazing support of our customers, but also our business partners at Bryant Heating and Cooling and Our Steel. So thank you to everybody there. But most importantly, thank you to all the hard workers and volunteers at the Hope Lodge here in Rochester. The work you guys do truly changes lives, and we appreciate everything. So thanks again.
You know, every year we try to pick a different organization locally to support as our sale when we run our sale throughout the company here. And we picked the Hope Lodge American Cancer Society. It affects a lot of people. We, you know, whether it's family, we've had a lot of family affected by it, friends affected by it, and coworkers. In fact, this year, current year here now, we've actually had 2 coworkers that have been very much affected by cancer, and it affects a lot of the families around them, the employees around them, that type of thing. But after touring the facility here in Rochester, it's just a great place. If you know, you can imagine if you had to come from out of town, you had to come to a new town, new surroundings, try to get to know people, get to acclimated to the area, on top of having a cancer or whatever it might be. And it's nice to be able to have volunteers, other people to pull you in and just take care of you. And the big thing is just not have the expense that goes with it on lodging and other things, food, lodging, that type of thing. So we think it was a great organization. We felt good about giving to it, and we're happy we did it.
Thank you for supporting the Sandra J. Schultz Hope Lodge here in Rochester. Now, more than ever, the Hope Lodge needs your support to keep its doors open and fund additional COVID-19 guidelines and procedures. We're all here tonight virtually to support the Hope Lodge, a vital resource in our community. In a typical year, our 60-room lodge serves 1,000 guests, providing over 25,000 free nights of lodging, saving families nearly $2.85 million in hotel expenses while they're here undergoing cancer treatment. You can be proud that our community's Hope Lodge was the first in the country to reopen to guests with strict COVID-19 policies and protocols in place. But having closed and now reopening with new safety measures in place, that has added significant operation costs for the Hope Lodge. We've never meant it more when we say we need you, our Rochester community members, to help ensure the Hope Lodge continues to lead the country by providing a safe and comforting home away from home for cancer patients and their caregivers.
When I walk the paths of the Quarry Hill Nature Center in Rochester, Minnesota, I'm transported to the embrace of forests from my past. My name is Ashley, and almost a decade ago, I lived and worked at a nonprofit bed and breakfast nestled in the mountains of West Virginia. Our guests were families visiting inmates at the Alderson Federal Prison. Taking reservations, cooking meals, cleaning bathrooms, and having conversations allowed me to support a community of individuals navigating tough situations. Overwhelmingly, people cited community as the reason they chose to stay at the Alderson Hospitality House, even if they could afford to stay at the nearby Greenbrier Resort. Working as a full-time volunteer in West Virginia for 3 years might have always been in the cards for my life, but the decision, along with eventually choosing to become a high school English teacher, was spurred by my self-imposed need to repay an invisible debt. 24 years ago, I survived leukemia, and I've spent a lot of time since trying to give back to society. Last year, after 8 years of teaching, I felt like I was giving more to my communities than they were gaining. I made the difficult decision to pause my teaching career to focus on writing and exploring the simple things that truly make life full. Shortly after making that decision, the universe confirmed it with a second cancer diagnosis: breast cancer. This time, a much more straightforward treatment with a far better prognosis. I'm 35, I don't have a genetic predisposition to breast cancer, and I don't have any of the health risk factors. But I did have radiation to the chest area as a child, a treatment needed to save my life. Friends and family wanted to feel sorry for me. They said it stinks and that I didn't deserve the grueling experience once, let alone twice. And there are days I also dwell on those things, but that mentality doesn't serve me well for long. On my initial radiation planning visit in early August, my mom and I walked past the Hope Lodge, checking it out as a housing option for my upcoming weeks of treatment. A lot of people might pass up the opportunity to stay at a place like Hope Lodge in favor of a cookie-cutter hotel or a lonely furnished apartment. I knew the possibilities of staying at a place that catered to a specific population. Hope Lodge is the same basic idea as my former gig at the Alderson Hospitality House. Staying at Hope Lodge meant I was in the heart of Rochester, and I pledged to not watch much TV and to instead experience all I could. There was different flora and fauna to seek out, fabulous local dining to support, and even though art and music venues were closed due to COVID, I spent many hours viewing the world-class art displayed at the Mayo Clinic campus. Back at Hope Lodge, there were friendships to be formed and games of Catan to be played. Wherein at one point in my life, I felt the only way I could contribute was to live a life of tireless service, my stay in Rochester helped propel my recognition that appreciating and savoring all of the good in my life could do so much more. This simple and free experience of reading a book by a fountain and flower garden puts joy into the world, and it models the fact that some circumstances in life can't be avoided, but when we can, we should make decisions to shape those stories. 3 weeks into my stay, my blissful walks and frozen lattes served a more pressing purpose. A late-night call from my husband informed me that my mom was being flown across the state of South Dakota to a university medical center to be treated for a ruptured brain aneurysm. Knowing that I was comfortable, safe, and surrounded by kind souls helped my family focus on my mom's healing. The relaxing and engaging routine I'd been able to establish while at Hope Lodge calmed my anxiety about the situation when I had to return to Rochester for treatments after visiting my mom. I thought I might do more writing when I was at Hope Lodge, but as it turns out, the time encompassing my stay is turning out to be a story in itself, and the late August flowers and foliage of Rochester beckoned for me more than the keyboard. We never know when life will shift its shape, so doing as much as we can to establish a foundation of habits and stress-relieving strategies when we can goes a long way. Choosing to stay at Hope Lodge was one of those decisions, and I'll forever be grateful for the people who have and continue to work to make that an option.
Wow, what an amazing video. This goes to show you the impact that Hope Lodge has on our community.
My name's Emily, and this is Douglas there. We're from near Des Moines, Iowa, farming community. I was diagnosed with bone marrow cancer, otherwise known as myelodysplasia, in June of 2016, which means I've been coming to Hope Lodge for 4 years. It's been a very good economically for us, and I've met a lot of people that have been in the same boat as we have.
One thing about this place is that you get to see other people going through a journey, and with that you know that you're no longer alone. Instead of you staying in a hotel room, you're just with yourselves, which would go batty after a while. But here you get to be able to walk around, see people, and share their experiences.
And don't forget the potluck on Tuesday nights. Thank you for your support of Hope Lodge in Rochester, Minnesota. We're calling for your support of the lodge because it helps to house 60 rooms worth of cancer patients and caregivers, 25,000 nights a year, which adds up to $2.85 million per year.
We're now calling on supporters to give as much as you can right now. Donations can be made through the link on the video.
Thank you, Doug and Emily. I had the privilege to record this video with Doug and Emily during their most recent visit to the Hope Lodge a few weeks ago. You can be proud when you get tonight that you are supporting the only Hope Lodge that is currently open in the United States. We are currently able to provide a home away from home for cancer patients and their caregivers because of our strong partnership with the Mayo Clinic and our amazing Rochester community. There are not enough words of gratitude to express how grateful we are of your continued support. Cancer hasn't paused for a pandemic, and neither do we. Because cancer patients need us now more than ever, we, in return, we need you now more than ever. Please join me, Doug and Emily, our sponsors, and our community supporters in making a donation today to ensure that we are able to continue to provide this vital resource for cancer patients and their caregivers. Thank you, and have a great evening.